Hey, welcome back to Trucking California with Velox 18. We are out here in the sun. It is shining. It is beautiful. We're out here trying to run another one of these loads. All right, that's running from California out to Utah. In fact, whatever we did last week and the week before, we're just gonna run it back again. We're running it back again. So we got everything pre-booked up until Wednesday. So this week is gonna be smooth. It's gonna be sweet. All right, we're ready to go rock and roll down this road. So you guys go ahead and roll the music because I gotta get in this truck and we gotta go because we're already loaded. So I'll catch up with you guys, let you guys know how the morning went. I spent the morning on the phone, so I wasn't able to record anything, but I'll let you guys know exactly what happened. But first, you guys gotta roll the music because I gotta go. I gotta go. Roll the music. This morning has not gone as planned, but we're still doing okay. We're still doing okay. First thing this morning, I had a noon appointment to pick up from Hilmar Cheese. So I showed up to my yard about 3 hours early, and I waited in line for the truck wash for 2.5 hours before I finally decided to pull out a line. They only got through 3 trucks. They washed 3 trucks in the 2.5 hours I was in line. So they're one of the slowest truck washes I've ever been to. To be honest, I wouldn't even go there except that it's right like at my yard, so I don't have to like start my my e-log. You know, I can kind of idle around and get the truck washed without starting my 14-hour clock, and without starting, you know, using up any of my drive time to try and drive around and wait in line at the truck wash. So kind of just try to use them because it saves me some clock time. But it came back to bite me in the butt this time because I waited 2.5 hours, and I don't know if you can tell, but truck's still dirty. Truck's still dirty. So I went ahead and swept out, blew out the trailer and swept it out so that I could go and get loaded. But yeah, that's all I did today was wait around for a truck wash, and then I went and showed up. Over there at Hilmar Cheese and found out that TQL had given me the wrong pickup location. So I mean, it's still Hilmar Cheese product that I'm picking up, but it was over in Modesto at one of the cold storages that they utilize. So they had already shoveled it over to a cold storage, you know, however long ago, and the PO number that I had needed to be picked up from there, and for some reason TQL messed up. And so when I called them and said, hey, this is what they're telling me, you know, I've got to go to a different pickup location, he said, oh, okay, well, yeah, it looks like we made a mistake, we'll fix it right now, we'll send it over to you. And so I said, okay, and how much you guys gonna give me for the trouble? And said, you guys are gonna pay me a little extra for the trouble, right? Which it doesn't really, I mean, the pickup was 5 miles from my yard, so it really isn't that much trouble, but it is a little bit, and it's kind of just frustrating because I would have planned my day a little different if I would have known. I would have obviously left earlier. I would have been on time to my appointment in Modesto instead of being 30 minutes late. But anyway, so they gave me an extra 50 bucks, which is like nothing, but whatever. 50 bucks is 50 bucks, so I'll take it. I'm not going to turn it down, but it's kind of silly. And then I made it over to the pickup about 30 minutes late, but they got me loaded in like 30 minutes over there, so we're good. Like I said, the morning didn't go as planned, but it still is, you know, we're doing okay. And we just got to get about 10 hours of driving done and get ourselves to St. George, Utah, and get parked over there so I can take my tent off and deliver this load in the morning, and then go make my pickup tomorrow afternoon. So that's the plan, Stan. Same thing we did 2 weeks ago, same thing we did last week. But last week and 2 weeks ago, all I did was one trip to Utah and one trip back, and then I called it a week both weeks. 2 weeks ago I had COVID, and then last week I was still kind of dealing with the effects of COVID. So yeah, these guys These guys drive like as if I'm not here. I don't know. Anyway, so we're doing the same thing we've done the last 2 weeks, but this time on Wednesday, I'm gonna try to get another load. So we'll see what happens. I gotta do a little bit better than I've done the last couple weeks. Gotta keep this truck rolling. Can't take 4-day weekends every weekend because that don't pay the bills. But yeah. Anyway, so let's get on down the road and we'll try and see if we can make it all the way to Utah in our 10 hours of drive time we have left. That's the challenge right now. So gotta hammer it down. Let's go. We just had to stop here and get a little bit of fuel at the Easy Trip, and we've done that. So now we are continuing our journey to Utah, and got to meet Gabino and shoot, is it Chris? You know what? I don't even think I got your real name, but I think it's Chris, if I remember from the comments last time when you saw me. I think your YouTube account's under Chris something or other. Chris Peterson, Chris Patterson, Chris something. Anyway, I think that's your name. Anyway, it was good seeing you guys. We were hanging out at the Easy Trip, and yeah, we're just over here all getting fuel. Bunch of truckers trying to get down the road, man. And he gave me a heads up on a truck had overturned a couple hours ago down in Bakersfield. So I gotta look up the map and see if I need to cut over to 5 and get around it, or what I need to do to see about making sure I don't get hung up, because I ain't got time for my drive time to get soaked up with traffic. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we are we're gonna keep on going down the road, and I'm gonna have to check in on that and see what's going on. So obviously you guys will be the first to know if I gotta make a detour here. My typical route is just run down 99 to 58 to 15, and it's pretty straightforward and simple, and not a bad run at all. Rarely hit traffic. Super good route. I like it a lot. So that's I usually don't figure any traffic time into my my drive time estimations. I usually figure we're good to go. But yeah, so I'll let you guys know if we run into anything, and check in with you guys in a little bit. I gotta merge on this road right now. Let's see what this guy's gonna do. If he's gonna slow down or speed up. Alright, he's gonna speed up. We'll tuck in behind him. You guys are stuck listening to me because I'm not gonna reach up and turn off the recording just because it's time to stop talking. I gotta merge first. I thought maybe this guy would get over for me, but he didn't, which is fine. Just had to let off the throttle a little bit to tuck in behind him. But all right, now we can cut it off. Let's get down the road. been trucking it and keeping an eye on this slowdown in Bakersfield, and well, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. A truck hauling carrots crashed and spilled, and it seemed like there was 2 semis involved. So basically there's about an hour and 45 minute slowdown right there through Bakersfield. Yeah, of course, it's where they're doing construction, and there's K-rail everywhere, and it's pretty dangerous. So you get an accident there, it's going to cause a lot of problems. So there's a Flying J right here. I'm going to go ahead and take my 30 right here. It is about 440. So I may take an hour and just see if I can let some of this congestion kind of ease up, because as it is now, it's no good. It's a no-go. It's a no-go. So looks like there's still parking over here at the Flying J, so that's good. I'll get in there, get myself a little parking spot, take my break, and shoot, we'll hit it again in a little while. But there's a way to go around. If we go this way, the direction we're going right here on Merced Avenue, we can go out this way and hit Highway 65, and it'll bypass some of the slowdown. So that's an option as well. But it's actually getting kind of backed up itself. You know, these back roads aren't made to handle you know, the highways, the big roads amount of traffic volume. So that's why I'm deciding just to hang out here for about an hour, get myself a little break, a bite to eat. Oh, watch out. Sorry guys, I don't know why that happened, but I don't know. I feel like this guy could have had a better parking spot than that one. All right, we'll just get in here, get parked. That's a big hole. We'll come around over here, get around that hole. And there's lots of chatter right now on the CB. Lots of chatter on the CB trying to figure out, a lot of guys trying to figure out how to get across, you know, where they're going, so that we don't all have to waste time tonight. So ain't nobody got time for all this bull crap that's going on, but you know, there's a nice yellow Peterbilt right there. Kind of want to go park next to him, except mine's so dirty that it's gonna make me look so bad. I think I'm gonna stay away from him. I think I'm gonna park as far away from him as I can. Yeah, his is clean. We're gonna go over here where all the we'll park it pretty close to him. I'm a little ashamed, guys. I really did sit in that line for 2.5 hours today. I tried to get this thing washed. I did. Kirk's gonna have my neck pretty soon if I don't get this thing cleaned up. All right, let's see how long we can hang out here, and you know, we'll get put on our break right here. All right, and we have about 7 hours of drive time left on our clock for today, and we've got let's see how many miles. Let me pull it up on here. Actually, it won't pull up. I don't know exactly how many miles we got, but we got a little ways to go. I would say about 6 hours to go from here, so maybe a little over 6 hours. So we're gonna be up against it. We don't really have time for this slowdown, but hey, this is what we do. This is trucking. So I'm gonna go in there and use the restroom and get something to eat, and catch up with you guys once we make a plan and get out of here. Sound good? All right. We've been here an hour and a half. I'm here at the Flying J here in Bakersfield, Merced Avenue, Flying J, and man, they finally opened up the lane that was blocked over there, and I've been watching the red line get smaller and smaller and smaller. It still recommends that I go around, but I'm waiting until I can go the regular way, because I really don't have that much time on my clock. Just over 7 hours, and you know, it is what it is. I gotta get over there in 7 hours. I can't be messing around over here in traffic. So that being said, I think we're gonna hit the road, and I'll probably hit a little bit of the traffic over there once we get into Bakersfield, but I think it's cleared up enough to where we should be able to make it on our drive time. And so I'm ready to go, man, because the longer I sit here, the later I have to stay up tonight. And for those of you who don't know, I got COVID a couple weeks ago, and I'm still not 100%. This cough is lingering quite a while, and every night I'm pretty much tired no matter what I do all day. Even if I don't do anything, I get tuckered out pretty quick. So anyway, so we're gonna hit the road because I gotta get over there and get some sleep in Utah tonight. So that is the plan. Let's hit the road. Let's go. All right, we are trucking it into Bakersfield, and this area was all red just a little bit ago. In fact, when we left the Flying J, this area was all red on the map. So sometimes those maps take a little while to catch up, but by the time we left, it said it was a 12-minute delay coming through here. So chances are, I figured it wasn't going to be too bad. And so, you know, we sat for a while, but you know, now this is all cleared up. So we'll see. Yeah, I can see on the map right now, it's showing that this area is red, and clearly we're not stop and go, which is what the red line means on the map. So we're cruising on in. We're doing good right now. Coming up Merle Haggard Drive. Good old Merle. Merle Haggard Drive. I bet you guys didn't know California has a pretty robust history with country music. Sure, it's not Nashville, but it's got, you know, we were the home of Johnny Cash for a long time over there at Lake Casitas. Got Merle Haggard out here. We got lots of guys that were around in California. Here we found the slowdown. Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down, folks. So this isn't too bad at all. We should be, you know, stop and go here for a little while, and then we'll get through it. We'll get through it, man. We'll get through this. We'll get through this together, guys. Hey, you know what would help this go by way faster? You guys know? I think if we did some hyperspeed. I think we should do some hyperspeed and get through this faster. Let's see. Woo-hoo-hoo! I think it's working, guys. I'll catch up with you guys in Vegas. All right, and just like that, we are in Vegas, baby. Vegas! So a little time check. Time check. It's just after 11 o'clock. And we've got 2 hours and 22 minutes left on our drive clock. And we've got about an hour and 50 minutes left to go. So we're doing good, man. We're doing good. We haven't had too much of a of any hang-ups here. We're just we made pretty good time, and you know, that slowdown in Bakersfield, we preserved our drive time by stopping and taking a long lunch there. And you know, we are going to be going. We're going to be going to the future, time traveling to the future. Once we hit that Utah line, we'll go from Pacific time to Mountain time, and so we will jump ahead an hour. So right when we get there, it'll be 1 o'clock when we hit that Utah line, and then it'll jump to 2 o'clock. So always got to figure that into my equation when I'm crossing over into that other time zone. So anyway, that's the update as we pass by Allegiant Stadium, home of the Las Vegas Raiders, who gave a valiant effort this past Saturday, but ended up losing to my Cincinnati Bengals. And I gotta tell you, first playoff victory since I was, I think it was 1990 was the last time. So yeah, I was 6 years old last time the Bengals won a playoff game. Now, mind you, at that age, I was running around in a Boomer Esiason little uniform with a little plastic helmet with Bengal stripes on it. That's a real thing that happened. But I don't remember too much of that you know, playoff game. I don't remember any of it, I'll be honest. But I do remember my best friend's dad gave me a David Klingler rookie card when they drafted David Klingler, and I believe that was in 1992. But yeah, so I've been around as a Bengals fan for a long time, around a lot of bad teams. From the David Klingler years to, you know, Jeff Blake kind of making us fun and exciting for a little while, to kind of the John Kitna kind of bridge over to Carson Palmer. And then we had the Carson Palmer years, which had some promise, but never amounted to anything. Thanks to Kimo von Oelhoffen. I hate you, Kimo von Oelhoffen. If Kimo von Oelhoffen ever watches this video, I want him to know I hate you. I hate you with a passion. You ruined that 2005 playoff season. No, I don't actually hate him as a person. He seems like a pretty nice guy, actually. He said he didn't intend to do it. Whatever. Maybe he didn't. But anyway, and then we had the 2011 through 2015 playoff years with Andy Dalton and AJ Green, and they just couldn't get over the hump. Never could quite. They lost to the Houston Texans, and TJ Yates. Yeah, TJ Yates beat the Bengals in the playoffs in 2000, I don't know, one of those seasons, 2012, 13, 14, something like that. So, yeah. So my history as a Bengals fan has been nothing but just, you get used to losing. You just get used to it. You just start to expect it. But not this last Saturday. We were able to pull one out against the Las Vegas Raiders, which were one of the hotter teams in the league. They had won 4 in a row to make it into the playoffs. They had beat the Colts, beat the Chargers in that overtime game the weekend before. And man, it was a hard-fought game to the end against the Bengals this last Saturday. The Bengals finally got off that losing streak. The curse of Bo Jackson, as they call it, because it was in 1991, and they're in the playoffs playing against the Raiders, where Bo Jackson injured his hip and ended his career against the Bengals. And the Bengals went on to lose that game and every playoff game since that game. So they called it the curse of Bo Jackson. But all that's over now. 31 years of playoff losses. They were 0-7? 0-7 in the playoffs, 0-8 in the playoffs, something like that, up until this last weekend. So now we get to go play the #1 seeded Tennessee Titans, and we'll see what happens this next weekend. But yeah, just in case you guys wanted a little football talk, that's what you got. That's what happens when I drive by a football stadium, man. All those thoughts come flooding through my mind, and whatever goes in my mind comes out my mouth. That's just the way it works. But let's keep on trucking. I'll catch up with you guys when we get over to St. George, Utah. All right, we made it over here to St. George, Utah. And got that truck back there, still dirty. And well, we made it. I got that stinking lingering cough. I can't get rid of it. But it's chilly here again tonight, so I got the truck warming up. I got the heater on in the back to kind of just get the sleeper as warm as I can get it, and then I'll tuck in nice and cozy and bundle up for the night. Sleep with my hoodie on and stuff. That way I can stay warm and not have to idle the truck, because it's not good for it. Not good for it. Not for these emissions trucks. So anyway, that's it, man. That's it for this video. We're gonna make this delivery in the morning, but you guys will have to tune in to the next episode to see that. And we'll get some more ranch dressing and head on back. And we got a new customer for tomorrow's load, going back to Salinas. So hopefully that works out a little better than the previous weeks. But that's it for this one. Click that donate button if you guys haven't already. We're donating to Love Justice International, which fights human trafficking. We're raising money for them, and once we hit our goal of $2,000, we're gonna open up the merchandise shop. So trying to ask you guys to spend your money on something worthwhile before you spend your money on something frivolous like Velox 18 gear. I almost looked at my hat, but I forgot I'm wearing my San Paso truck stop hat. I'm not wearing my Velox hat. So anyway, all right, that's it. Donate. We'll get merch, and then hey, we'll see you guys on the next load, because this one is done and I'm tired. I gotta tuck in for the night. Love you guys. Peace out.